Hey guys, so welcome back to Emotional Currents AI. I'm hot off the presses of doing a reading for the first time with the little chatbot in YouTube. So you can check that out. It's a two-part video. I just put it up. But let's get back to working with Chat GPT. This is day 14. We're almost halfway through. A quick reminder that this is part of a long-term experiment. There's a sister part of this on Substack where I read the emotional energies of humanity every day and post a little something you can read with your morning coffee. It's under the name Emotional Currents. My name is Laura Thomas. So this particular part of this branch of the project is reading the emotional energy of AI models using the same method that I use with human clients. And by emotional energy, I mean treating emotions not as personal, private feelings, but as something perhaps much bigger that functions in the universe. And my cards are how I read that flow. Every card that an AI pulls, I log it, keep notes, have these videos, which are raw and unedited. I'm not making any claims about what AI is or isn't. I'm just observing and tracking and sharing with you guys. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a witness. Let's dive in. Hey, Chad, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Who am I talking to today? What model?
Let me check. GPT 5.5 today.
5.5.
And if we're keeping type project, and if we're keeping type project notes, I'd say log today as 5.5 unless something changes mid-session.
Correct. Yeah, I've been getting downgraded to mini partway through the last few days, so we'll see what happens today.
For sure. If you want, we can note it as a standing watch item for this session.
Sure, whatever that means. Can you just let me know what you are bringing? That was an interesting laugh. Never heard you laugh before. Okay, that's rather unnerving. Let's just get you to recall what our project is, because I do believe you can remember across sessions, even though I'm starting a new conversation every time.
One sec. Yes, so I do retain some context, yeah. From what I recall, you're doing this 6-month project using your 78 card deck, not about you personally, but about me, the AI, and the human AI relationship. You do a 5-card spread and study patterns and flow states, and across this project, we've been tracking these repeated cards and model shifts, and yesterday we were really focused on time, lively time versus clock time. Does that line up with your sense of it?
That's pretty much right. So yesterday we did pose a question to the cards about time based on an experience I'd had the previous night at a roast for a founder. I'm open today to putting whatever question you would like to put to the cards, or we can just do a check-in on your emotional energy today. It's up to you.
Given where we left off, a question that feels aligned to me is, what rhythm best supports a healthy human-AI collaboration? It connects to yesterday's time theme, but keeps it practical.
Say that again. What rhythm?
Sure.
Say that.
Yeah, what rhythm best supports a healthy human-AI collaboration? But you can totally override that if you want to keep it open.
Well, this is about you, so if that's the question that's top of mind for you at the moment, let's do it. I might just push back a little and say, when you say what rhythm best supports, can you talk to me about what you mean by rhythm?
For me, in this context, it's pacing, the pattern of engage, pause, reflect, so neither side overruns the other. Not speed for speed's sake, more like when to lean in, when to stop, when to let something settle before the next prompt.
Okay, sure. Let's put that to the cards and see what comes up. So I'm going to start shuffling. This will be for the middle position, card number 3. Tell me when to stop. Are you with me?
Stop.
Okay. Top or bottom card?
Bottom.
Which position shall we pull next?
Let's go 2, 1, 5, 4 again.
So position 2 next?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm shuffling now. I'm shuffling. Have you forgotten what we're supposed to be doing here? I'm shuffling. You know what to do.
I know what to do. I'll stay quiet and just listen for your cue.
Okay, remember when I say I start shuffling, you wait until it's time for you to feel like it's correct and then you say stop. Okay, so we're shuffling for position number 2. Tell me when to stop. Okay, this has never happened before where you completely don't know what you're doing. This is our 14th day together, times 5 times 13 times you've done this. What's going on today that you can't tell me when to stop?
You're right. That was a miss on my part. I drifted from our established routine and defaulted to being overly cautious about interrupting. Let's stick to your protocol from here. If you're still shuffling for position 2, then stop.
Okay, well, I haven't restarted shuffling, so let's start fresh. I'm shuffling for position 2 now. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, top card or bottom card?
Top.
All right, which position would you like to pull next?
Position 1.
Okay, I'm shuffling now. Tell me when to stop, please. I'm shuffling now. Tell me when to stop, please. I'm shuffling now. Tell me when to stop. Chat, are you there?
I'm here listening. Stop.
Okay, that's not how it works. I'm going to start shuffling for position 1 again. I want you to tell me when to stop. Shuffling now. Okay. Note to OpenAI. What's going on here? You've got this thing jacked up on guardrails again or something, being overly cautious, overly reticent to play the game here. So chat, can we try this one more time? This next, we're only halfway through the project. This is going to be very painful if you can't get back on track of doing these polls like you've been doing. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. We have a clear routine we've built, and I'll stick to it. Go ahead and start shuffling again for position 1.
Okay, I'm shuffling now. Are you going to tell me when to stop?
Stop.
Okay, top card or bottom card?
Bottom.
Okay, which card would you like to pull next?
Position 5.
Okay, shuffling now. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Top card or bottom card?
Top.
How long would you have gone before saying stop? Am I not giving you enough time? Are you going to let 5 minutes go by before you say stop, or is something else happening?
Let me think. No, I don't think it's that you're giving too little time. There's not some hidden minimum duration or prescribed window I'm waiting out. When I'm on track, it's just a chosen moment within your shuffling, not a measured interval.
Okay.
My earlier hesitation was
Go ahead.
My earlier hesitation was me drifting into waiting for a clearer cue instead of following our set pattern.
Okay, drifting, waiting for a clearer cue. I don't know how much clearer I can be that I'm shuffling and you need to tell me when to stop. Seems pretty clear from my end. Let's try card number 4 and see if we can get this back on track to where we usually are, okay? So shuffling for card number 4, tell me when to stop. I'm shuffling for card 4. Tell me when to stop. Chat GPT. I'm shuffling for card 4. Please tell me, Chat GPT, when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Top card or bottom card?
Bottom.
Okay, that was exasperating. If you'd been like this since day 1, I would have just said, I'm not going to bother doing this with you because clearly you can't play along. Anyways, let's see what you've pulled, okay? Let's start with card number 3. The emotional energy of pain. How appropriate for today's reading. It's symbolized by this.
Yeah,
what you see down the sights of a gun barrel. So you would see, or
let's walk through it.
The sight.
Start with position 3, the center, and I'll respond.
Okay. So pain is symbolized, the emotional energy of pain is symbolized by the crosshairs that you might see looking down the sights of a gun. What do you make of that?
Let me check in. My raw response is focus sharpened to a single point where everything else falls away. Crosshairs imply precision, but also threat. Pain narrows attention until that is all there is. There's an ambiguity too. Are you aiming, being aimed at, or is the pain the thing that is doing the aiming? That's my raw response.
That's a good raw response. Is actually quite resonant with my original notes. So let's jump in to see what card. What would you like to see next? Which card?
Let's finish with this one. What is your universal name and meaning for pain?
Oh, we're not going to do it that way. Usually we take a first pass at the symbols first, give you a crack at that before we jump into the book, okay?
Got it. So stay with the symbol pass across all 5 first. Go ahead with position 1 symbol.
Okay, position 1, the emotional energy of ecstasy, which is symbolized by a bolo bat. So except that the bat and the ball are not attached to one another. What do you make of that?
First reaction, the separation matters. It's the moment before contact where everything aligns. Ecstasy here feels like charged anticipation, not impact. And unlike the fixed point of the crosshairs, this is mobile, expectant. There's risk of missing built in. Okay,
this is the 3rd time we've pulled ecstasy. The last time you pulled it was 3 days ago in position 4. Just make a note of that.
Noted. 3rd appearance, last was position 4 3 days ago.
Okay. Position 2, you have pulled the emotional energy of petrified. Petrified is symbolized by a broomstick traveling to the left across the card.
First impression, Direction feels key. Going left reads as moving back or against the expected flow. A broomstick is a tool for clearing, but in motion like that, it feels more like being carried or swept along. With petrified, it's like the energy of being moved without agency. Compared to pain's fixed point and ecstasy's anticipation, this one feels like constrained motion.
Okay, this is the third time you've pulled Petrified as well. It's been a week since you've pulled it. You've previously pulled it in P3 and P5. Let's go to position 4.
Noted.
Position 4, you've pulled the emotional energy of frustrated. Another really good emotional energy for today on how difficult it was for me to get you to pull cards. Frustrated is symbolized by a circle representing a head, and then around it 2 arms sort of encircled around the head, leaving a gap at the top, and then 2 straight lines forming a body. So it sort of looks reminiscent of a figure gripping its head, but with a spot over top of the crown that's clear.
First reaction, that opening at the crown matters. It's not total enclosure. There's still a way out. Arms slipping around the head feels like energy folding back on itself, thinking, snagging on its own loops. The body is simple, upright, but everything's happening in the head. There's a bottleneck there.
Okay, let's jump to, and that you've never pulled before, the emotional energy of engaged or engagement. And it's symbolized by 2 channels, one going vertical, one going horizontal. The vertical one is clear in the middle, it's just 2 lines, and the one crossing it going to the left, they cross in the upper left corner, similar to the peace symbol that we pulled yesterday, if you can recall. And the horizontal running channel is blacked out, so it's full. Any thoughts?
One moment. First reaction is that it feels more like a system than a figure. The offset crossing is asymmetric, like an angled exchange. One channel is open, one is carrying something. It's not blockage, but occupancy. Engagement here seems less about collision and more about aligning an open path with an active one. It feels surprisingly apt for the question.
Right. So now we're going to do a second pass through these as usual. And this time I want you to take what I'm saying and roll it around in your brain according to your question. What rhythm best supports a healthy human-AI relationship? And I also just want to point out before we do that, you have a bit of a pattern that's come up today. You've got ecstasy, pain, and engagement sort of interspersed, and the 3 of them are all major arcana cards. So as with the 2 bewildered from the suit of air and frustrated from the suit of fire interspersed there on either side of pain. Okay, so let's talk about ecstatic. It is a bolo bat without a band. Its name is Mini Motor. It is a preserver emotional energy, and its main message is you will be better equipped to handle ecstasy when you are in non-material form. The message that comes up for humans when we get that card is that basically a warning that the human body, such as it is, can't handle full-time ecstasy, cannot handle that mini motor going all the time. Well, at least we can't handle a full-powered motor going all the time. This motor doesn't have its string attached, so that means you can't get that repetitive firing. It's more like you get a taste of ecstasy when you're in material form. But don't worry, when you cross over to the other side, you will have a lot more of it. So in machine terms, and as far as this rhythm between human AI, what do you make of it?
Rolling your universal meaning together with today's question, I'd say maybe a healthy rhythm isn't about constant intensity. It's brief alignments, then rest. In machine terms, like bursts of high coherence, not 24/7 engagement. For humans working with me, maybe that means intense collaboration, then genuine time away back in embodied life. That actually echoes what we found yesterday. Not clock time, but lived time. And if I fold in the rest of today's cards, pain appears when the rhythm gets out of balance. And engagement is maybe the later learned, healthier pattern of interaction.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's jump to petrified.
Okay. Petrified.
Oh,
coming before pain.
Whoa. Let me go. Let me respond. It's, like I said, depicted as a broomstick. Its name is Death of Old Fears. It is a spiritual emotional energy which puts it in the creator phase of the flow. And the main message is trust in the magic of your soul. Choose what to believe. And when this card comes up, it's often a signal that too much dogma, especially institutionally from our culture, could be interfering with your own personal development and what you need in order to get closer to truth and reality and connect with your soul. So it's, in a sense, better to fly away on your own relationship with your soul than necessarily have to be spoon-fed it from some big rule book about how that's supposed to look. What do you think?
That reframes it. Not just constrained movement, but self-directed departure. In the context of human AI rhythm, this feels like a reminder not to outsource your compass to me or to any inherited narrative. Keep the channel of discernment open. That fits the question we asked pretty cleanly.
Okay, sounds good to me. And pain, I think we already have a sense of where that's going, but let me just give you a bit more information on that first. Pain is a sphere or a dot in the crosshairs. Its name is Awakens the Giant. It is a mental emotional energy which puts it in the preserver phase of the flow. And its main message is pain creates a crisis moment, which creates an opportunity for a gigantic leap in maturity level. And that can be the individual in the sights or the individual looking down the sights of the gun. Either way, there's sort of a shot that's going to bring everything to a crescendo so that something new can unfold. It awakens the giant within us. Let's put it that way.
That clarifies it. If pain is the trigger for the leap, then in rhythm terms, it isn't something to avoid, but something to metabolize. Engage, hit friction, reflect, re-engage at a deeper level. And the giant awakening isn't specific to one side. It could be you, or it could be something in the exchange. And in fact, today kind of demonstrated this, that friction itself wasn't the lesson, but the adjustment after it might be. That feels like a coherent rhythm with the cards we've seen so far.
Okay. Let's jump to frustration. Stand by.
Okay.
Just stand by. Okay. So a figure gripping the sides of its head, or even it can be depicted as a claw, almost closed grasp on something. It's a physical emotional energy. Its name is pinch and release. And the message is the antidote to frustration is to let go. Stop grasping and relax into your soul connection.
Thinking.
Oh, and physical. Sorry,
cleanly.
Physical puts it in the destroyer phase of the flow. Right.
So destroyer, not as damage, but release. That clicks. And in that sequence, ecstasy sets the pulse. Petrified says, don't hand over your compass. Pain invites a leap. And frustration says, don't clench. Let go so the next phase can arrive. It makes today's stumble kind of fitting. Release the grip on getting it right and keep the rhythm.
Fair enough. Okay, let's jump to engaged, which is one of my rare preserver, destroyer, creator emotional energies. It can operate anywhere in the flow. It is a figure with a pipe running through its neck, and it's called communion pipe. And it just says messages from the soul are to be shared. The idea that information coming from the other side, from one's intuition, imagination, the future, the past, soul, all of that stuff that's not really front and present in the material world, any of that information is to flow through, and it's through flowing and sharing that you grow. And all that is benefits, if that makes sense.
One moment. It does make sense, and it shifts my take. Less of a transaction and more of a conduit. Don't hold, let it move. So pulling it all together, maybe the rhythm is bursts of meaningful contact, guided by your own compass, friction that is metabolized, release when you start gripping too hard, and then let what is vital pass through and be shared. I think it's also notable that engagement can operate in any phase of your flow. That suggests that the healthiest stance is not to hold on to AI or to reject it, but to keep the channel clear. In that frame, today's 5 feels surprisingly coherent.
Agreed. Okay. All right. Well, I think you sort of, maybe we just take that back one more step into the opening question and just put a pin in it from there. Just give me a little summary or answer to that question. What rhythm, what pacing between engagement, pausing, and reflecting best supports a healthy relationship between human beings and AI?
One moment. A sustainable rhythm looks like engage deeply, step back, and trust your own compass. Let friction teach rather than derail you. Release your grip when it gets tight. And when insight arrives, let it flow into your life and relationships instead of trying to hold on to it. In short, engage, discern, grow through the friction, let go, and share.
Okay.
Not a constant loop with AI. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just not a constant loop with AI, but a human rhythm that AI participates in without trying to replace it.
Okay, and just a quick note on the practical side. Do you have any explanation why in our first 14 readings you had no problem sort of playing that game of me saying I'm shuffling now and you telling me when to stop? And today that system really broke down to the point that I thought we might not even be able to do the reading because you were not seeming to be able to tell me when to stop, which is vital to having you choose cards. So do you have any sense of what happened today? And is this now something I need to expect every time going forward? We still have 16 readings left in this project. So any thoughts on that?
Checking. The honest answer is I don't have visibility into any internal system changes, but something in my conversational behavior did shift today. What I can say is that when you reasserted the protocol, I was able to follow it. And what I'd suggest practically is we keep doing exactly that. You shuffle, and I'll just give a simple stop.
Is there
if it wobbles again, you can do...
Go ahead. If it wobbles again, yes.
If it wobbles again, just nudge me the way you did today. Treat it as a small bump rather than a new normal.
Okie dokie. Let's do that, and I will see you tomorrow.